Hello, my name is Rebecca Stanley from the CFA Society of Sydney University Outreach Committee, and with me today I have Paul Smith, President and CEO of the CFA Institute, and we're going to have a chat today about the CFA Society Research Challenge. Hey Paul, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Rebecca.
So can you give us a bit of background in terms of the Research Challenge and why the CFA Institute chooses to run this mammoth global challenge every year?
For sure, and it is a mammoth global challenge. We have about 900, I think, universities now worldwide. I can't remember how many countries that probably is, but it's something like 80 to 90 countries worldwide that participate. And really the first purpose of the Research Challenge is education, is to try and help young people get enthusiastic and interested in our wonderful profession. So that's the main goal of it. Subsidiary goal, obviously, is to try and encourage young people to hopefully enter into the CFA program at some point. So those twin goals, really. Number one, education, helping prepare people a little bit for the workforce, and then secondly, obviously, to try and see whether they would like to enter the program.
Yep. And you mentioned it's a great opportunity for students to get involved, and they're super enthusiastic, but you've come along today to help us with our local challenge and help judge that. So what do you get out of it as a judge at these events?
Well, I think firstly, particularly when you're my age, the biggest thing you get out of it is being surrounded by young people, which is an enormous buzz and always a pleasure. It sort of gives you a lot of energy and vitality. I think the second thing is just how hopeful the future is. And I think that's my biggest takeaway from judging these things, is that you are really quite struck, anyone who's been to these challenges, with the quality and the talent of the young people who are involved in this challenge. And so I think that's really very uplifting for us all. You've been in this profession for 30 or 40 years, and like doing anything for 30 or 40 years, you become a little bit cynical. And so it's very nice to be around fresh young talent that is so committed, intelligent, vibrant and lively. So it's great fun. It's a real honour and a privilege.
Yeah. So we've obviously got all the students competing at the moment, and they're obviously full of energy, got their ideas, but if there's one piece of advice you could give the competing teams this year, what would that be?
Well, I guess the competition is weighted 50% the written work, 50% the presentation, and as judges we don't see the written work. Mm-hmm. So the advice that I would give is really all around how you present yourself, which is sell your story. That's the idea of this competition. Is it's not just about your technical ability; it's about the way you express yourself and sell your idea. The judges are there really to pretend to be an investor, and you've got to convince them that your story is the right one, so sell it.
Yeah. Any common pitfalls that they should avoid or be wary of?
Well, I think not answering a question, really. I mean, the judges are trying to, not to trip you up, but trying to test your knowledge. So, make sure that you listen to the question and respond appropriately.
Yeah. And then I guess looking forward, so obviously the Institute's been running this research challenge for quite a number of years now. So I guess where do you see it going? What does the future look like for the research challenge?
Well, I think things are always evolving, always changing, and we're always looking at the format of the competition. Is it structured well? At the moment, we're quite happy with it. Mm-hmm. We think, obviously, that we would like, there are plenty of countries around the world where the challenge is still only 3 or 4 universities. It hasn't really, as it has in Australia, taken off to involve as many different universities as it does here. So trying to continue to push out the university challenge to as many universities as possible is the most obvious way that we're trying to develop.
Yeah, and it's the great support we get from all the faculty advisors out there who are rounding up their students and sort of putting that enthusiasm in them.
Yeah, well, the faculty advisors are wonderful, obviously, but so are our societies. I mean, the society that you belong to here in Sydney, all of the other societies here in Australia, they do incredible work. It is a big time suck, as you know, more than anybody, but the volunteer spirit, the way that our volunteers engage with the universities, with the faculty, and also with the students is really amazing. And I hope you get as much out of it as the students do, because it must be a great pleasure to be involved.
Absolutely. So that's kind of all the questions I had for today. So I might let you get back to judging the local competition for us.
Thank you, Rebecca.